I feel like we're starting to get into a bit of a format with this. This is just how it's going at the moment, but there's so many good games in this kind of style, so especially with the reset, it's really forced a lot of these style of games. Anyway, in the red playing as the Huns, we have Riot yet again, because, well, he's been giving us some amazing games. Over in the green, we have Dreams, who's been, I believe he streamed this game, actually, so you can check him out at Twitch TV/AOE with Dreams, Dreams spelt like how it is in his username, AOC zone, everything around. So definitely check him out if you haven't already. If you haven't, I'd be surprised. But, you know, give him a follow. Definitely, probably one of the top streamers we have at the moment. And I would say he's actually been pretty damn active in the last few weeks. He streams probably every weekend, so definitely good to be seeing him, especially, he's probably one of the faster players we've got at the moment as well when it comes to scouting. Probably one of the only players who can give me a bit of a headache at the start of the game. Anyway, so check him out. Riot vs Dreams should be an interesting one, and it looks like Riot has a shitty map right now. So let's check it out nice and quickly. Riot having both his golds in the back, though, this is very nice. Has his forage bushes in the back as well, but his, well, forest is pretty far away. His lumber's not in a good position here. It's all pretty far away, and didn't lose a village at that time. Good. Anyway, these aren't in such a nice location, and stones are pretty good as well, actually. The only thing he hasn't got going for him is the lumber, which is all the way over here, easy to harass. Gonna be interesting to see how he decides to play this one out. Could play a highly offensive game, but that's kind of how he plays. Anyway, Dreams' map has his gold here on the back as well. Not in the worst position in the world. However, this hill's looking really annoying to start with. It is overshadowing his gold here, and his gold and stone are on top of this as well. So if Riot does manage to take control of this with archers, he's going to be in a bit of trouble against that. Even scouts could be a bit of an issue. Boar is in for Dreams. Second one, did Riot lose a villager? He did! There we go. Riot's almost losing more villagers to Boar than, well, other players at the moment. But anyway, back to Dreams' base. His lumber's not too bad over in the back here. Will be able to wall this off fairly easy if he wants to. But his lumber, again, it's pretty far out. Not the best. That's not the furthest from town center, but it's not the best lumber in the world. Riot's lumber here, definitely better. But this one over here, closer to the town center, I don't know. Yeah, Dreams is close to the town center. Anyway, going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. Naturally, I am thinking we'll go into scout streams going on the two farms. Riot a little bit behind because he lost a villager. Looks like Dreams lost his scout there as well, but at least he knows where he is. And it looks like Dreams didn't lose a villager, so going up on 20 pop. Interesting. Well, 20 villagers, so he's on the same as Riot, going up on 20 as well. Interesting. Looks like both players are going to be going for scouts here. However, Dreams has lost his scout. Riot has lost a villager. So this could work out interestingly, actually. It looks like Dreams will be forwarding here as well. If you've been watching his stream, he has been doing a lot of it. We'll run into 3 wolves here, though, and it looks like those wolves might even be able to get a hill advantage here. And in comes the next one. And there's going to be, oh, and palisading, because of course they can see them on the mini-map. Something you've really got to be careful about. And I think, you know, I don't think Riot's noticed, but you can see dead wolves on mini-maps at any rate. So, don't think he's ready for this one, right? What are you doing? Hasn't even started a barracks yet. Looks like he's going to use probably 3 villagers, get that up, and then go straight to stable. Dreams is going to be up a little bit quicker here. And Feudal. And I think Riot saying that, he probably didn't see that. I don't think he's prepared for this yet. He hasn't started walling in. Dreams might go for skirmishes here, depending on what he wants to do. Archery range, yes, going to see skirmishes from him. Skirmish spear, fairly standard kind of forward play. It looks like the palisade there actually was put down. Either so you can see when the farms start to come up or what's going on. Really interesting one. You can also use that to get rid of stragglers. And stable for Riot. Spears out, going to be fairly annoying. Quick wall off here by Riot, but villager warfare going to start right now. Spear's going to make it awkward for these scouts here, and of course skirmish is going to make it awkward for the villagers attacking. Definitely a good choice by Dreams here to be forwarding, especially with lumber like this. It kind of just knocks out the ability to be able to use these lumbers, because if we look, the distance from the town center is absolutely shocking. These golds are in the back though, so it might not be the best forward kind of situation. Going to be interesting to see how that one decides to work out. Going for quite a few spears here. Looks like he's already got 3 out in play. Starting to wall in the stable, which is generally a pretty good idea, actually, considering it takes a lot longer to rip one down than it does to wall it in. Because if you wall it in, units can't be ungarrisoned. Tower is up, and Riot has 2 scouts out of there. Looks like he's going to be able to get 3 in there, and he's going to be able to get 3 in there to be doing harass. And 4 spears, 5 spears from Dreams. And I actually read the comments on this one beforehand. Dreams actually posted on this one, and I'll tell you what he said in a sec. I thought it was actually pretty good. Tower coming up here to try and knock off some of this wood. Spear there. It's got 4 spears, 5 spears out over here, 1 spear out over here. Not making it easy for Riot at this point. Tower there might be a little bit annoying depending on the reach. I don't think it's going to be enough, but it is going to stop any wood in this area here. Oh, it is going to be enough just to get around that lumber camp there. Going to make it a bit of an issue. Lots of spears out at the moment, enough spears to actually put some damage onto these villages, so quite a big deal there. Skirmishes as well, going to be pushing in, so that's going to really stop any kind of wall off around these villages here. Probably the reason people go for skirmishes, just because you can knock villages out really easily, and it stops that little bit of palisade coming up. Looks like archery range for Riot is coming up. Skirmish is being trained because they do get that hidden bonus at first spearman. And that's a lot of spears from him there. And 2 back over here to defend. A lot of spears on the front over here. And starting to wall that in, because why not keep those villagers busy, and that's going to make lumber a little bit more annoying to get, because he's not going to be able to get into here, which is really limiting the effectiveness of these lumber camps. Really well played so far by Dreams, actually. These scouts, though, do have potential to do some damage, though. And we've seen 3 spears here, stable coming up back at Dreams' base, but the amount of spears out for Dreams here is actually amazing. And it looks like Dream's going to be stealing his opponent's gold here, because why not? Ooh, stonewalling it in. He is getting nasty here. He is really pushing it. I guess, well, when you go up against a player who's... I'm not saying he's so much better than Dreams, but I know personally if I go up against a player who I think will beat me, I'll do everything like this I can to try and get a victory, because you've got to expect everything, and if you're not expecting this, well, it looks like Riot's going to be in trouble here. Not losing the villager there, so that's kind of lucky there. Skirmishes and spears, though, for Dreams, whereas skirmishes and scouts for Riot. Might just finish walling this one in here. Gonna get up on that hill to try and get that advantage. Don't think anybody's got the +1 yet. No range upgrades at the moment. It is all gonna come down to micro, which means we could see some interesting play here from Riot. Villagers trying to get in there and get some harass. Scout out for Dreams, so it looks like he will be going for scouts here as well. Going to be able to push in and try and take out those skirmishes, but when your opponent's going scout skirmisher, scouts are a really good counter. So I can see exactly why he decided to do that. Gold over here. Luckily, Riot had all his gold in the back here. If that 1 gold was on the front, he would have been screwed. Like, the map just lucked out for Riot here so much. Looks like those spears will be killed off, even though there was so many of them there. And Dreams might lose this. This is not looking good for him at the moment, actually. Yeah, it looks like Dreams is going to lose his force down over here. Riot will be able to push in. A few scouts coming in, but spears from Riot going to be able to take them out fairly quickly. And Dreams can actually have to retreat here, and Riot taking quite a good score lead. Saying that, though, has Dreams' economy not looking bad. 47 population, got double stable. Riot at the moment, 49 population, double archery. Stable that he can't get any units out of. I don't think. He might be able to get some out across the corner there, but not completely sure. I guess we monitor it, we'll find out. But anyway, Dream's still trying to get the harass in here, which is a good effort, actually. No upgrades at all done yet, because both players know at this point, if they go into upgrades, they're going to just get outmassed, and that's where upgrades come into play, really, when you've got more units in your opponent, or equal units. But if you just get plain outmassed by skirmishes, you're going to be in a pretty good, well, bad situation. Riot really making those scouts last at this point. Dreams starting to get a lot of farms up compared, I'd say Riot has around the same amount of farms. Dreams maybe a few more actually. And Dreams' wood actually getting really bad now, actually completely split there. Riot looks like he's going to start getting low on wood actually, especially if he decides to keep building skirmishes here. He's transitioned to archers, so that won't be so bad, but still not nice. Dream's doing a good job putting the pressure on though, really keeping Riot at bay here, which is definitely something not small to be said, because Riot's definitely a very tough player. Riot has been taking stone, and he is really towering up right now, so I don't think we're going to see much more harass from Dreams. More of a lumber coming up over here on the back, because of course this tower in a perfect position here to get good coverage of this area here. Really just putting them down to this lumber camp here, and this bit of palisade here being extremely annoying. Was very well placed by Dreams in this one actually. Still no upgrades. Interesting that neither player's gone for a smith yet. Saying that, the skirmisher war though, both of them have been building insane amount of skirmishes, so fair enough. And Riot fighting with his villagers here could be a good or bad decision. Spears are moving in, so are skirmishers. Could make this hard, and Dreams deciding to get out of there was definitely a good idea to get out of there actually. And losing, I think Riot might have just come out of that one on top. Saying that though, we did lose a lot of villager gathering time here. And this wall in here is going to be so annoying, especially when he finishes up on this miniature gold pile here. Dreams, what are you doing? Going castle, that's what that garrison sound was. Looks like he's probably going to go knights here. Doesn't really have much of the choice actually. He's just got the double stable up. Has he gone for bloodlines? He has not gone for bloodlines yet, so even saying knights, well, even if he wants to go for cavalry archers, he doesn't have bloodlines yet. Riot's still nowhere near going up. Dreams pushing this one into a really good game here, actually. Saying that though, Riot is starting to get a pretty big mass of units going. So the only thing I'm worried about is Dreams just getting outmassed before he's able to tech up and really use that early castle age to his advantage. Riot starting to get the resources to go up. Potentially going to lose some villagers here. Going to lose... oh, only one. Just managing to garrison in there in time. Definitely a good deletion of that lumber camp there. But still really going to hurt the lumber gather over here. So going to be interesting. It looks like it is pushing out across the map here though. Dreams is starting to wall in. Hopefully it'll be enough. I don't think they're going to be able to get in here. This looks good. But saying that, he doesn't have the army to be able to defend this one. What happened to all those scouts? Did they all get killed off? Looks like lost 2 there. 1 there. Looks like they all got killed off, so he's going to be in trouble defending against this one actually. Riot just going up to the castle age now, while starting his advance, whereas Dream's about to hit. So this is going to be an interesting one right now to see if Dreams can hold. No doubt going to see knights from him. Yep, double knight. We've seen bloodlines. Have seen bloodlines. Still no smith from him, interestingly enough. That's a really interesting one. So he's not going to be able to get the plus armor, and that really matters. Gonna have to move these guys back. He's gonna be in trouble here. Really needs to get those plus armors. Knight is out in play, and I think Riot's actually gonna have to hold back here because they don't have the armor, but they've got so many hit points, and they've got that 2 to start with. It makes them really hard to play against with just skirmishers and archers. You really need crossbow before you can go in. I mean, not even elite skirmisher won't really help you. Oh, saying that, he just got the +1, so it means he has his blacksmith out somewhere. Where is it? Ah. Yeah, he has a blacksmith in his wall off here that we were looking directly at. There you go. Anyway, +1 on them, going to be really helpful. Potentially going to be able to get in here and do a lot of harass as well, because these towers only garrison 5 units, but they do quite a bit of damage actually, because they do start shooting a lot of arrows, and that damage all starts to stack up on these knights. Riot hitting the castle age, and is actually in front right now by 500 points. And definitely a bad engagement for Dreams here if he went for it. Definitely realizing that straight away, and I think he knows he kind of has to stock up on units at the moment to be able to fight this, because crossbow's done, bodkin's done, the first armor upgrade's done. It's going to make it hard to go up against. Town center coming up here, siege workshop as well. Probably a good call actually, considering he's got... he doesn't actually have too many skirmishes left over, so probably not the best call in the world, but still 2 town centers for Riot. Dreams looks like he's sticking with the 1, which is interesting. He usually goes up to a few. Pikeman out for Riot though. Definitely a good call. I don't know if this was smart to engage here or not. It does have the +2 armor, but that's a lot of crossbows and skirmishes there. I don't think Dreams is going to be able to hold out against this, actually, if it comes up to his base. So if we look there, it's getting towards that critical mass where it just takes out knights too easily. If he starts knocking on Dreams' doorstep with this, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Siege Workshop is coming up on the frontier, so we will be able to get a mangonel out, but I don't know if it's going to be out in time. Gonna lose that villager, but he just got the Siege Workshop up. Is he going for mangonel? Yes. One good mangonel hit could turn this around, though. That's how it goes. Has forced all the villagers off gold for Riot right now, which is an interesting choice, actually. We'll be able to take out this tower, and those pikes are going to be pretty annoying for a bit here, actually, but going to be able to take out some of these villagers and get Riot completely off gold right now. But saying that, it's not looking good. It's looking like he's going to lose probably that many villagers over here before anything really happens. Mangonel really needs to be back at base right now. Spear will get killed off first, hopefully, so we will notice this. Nope. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I think Riot's got this. That's not your way you want it to be. Especially when you're only on one town center versus your opponent's 2. He was already getting outproduced on villages. And I reckon that's going to give us the GG here. Dreams just has nothing at home to be defending. All of this is going to have to be garrisoned. All of this will probably be killed off. Going to be interesting to see if he comes back from here. I don't think it's going to be just a possible option right now. Starting to move these villagers away here. He's got a few knights here, and with the split on these, he might be able to kill off this army here, but I don't know about the rest. Getting out of there was definitely a smart idea. Gonna snag another villager there. This one's surviving on 2 HP, so that's a pretty good effort. Moving these guys around, there might be enough knights here to be able to deal with this, but like I said, the positioning's pretty decent from Riot right now, and in comes the reinforcements. Still getting cut down. And Dreams resigning out there. Definitely interesting play there by Riot. Dreams really did have it in the early game there. If he managed to wall in this gold here, it probably would have been really far out of Riot's reach, as well as the fact that Dreams had such a good army composition going for him. But Riot's counters in this were just so well done, and those scouts just lasted forever. And I believe what was said is somebody actually asked Dreams, you know, why did you go for so many spears? And he said, they're not scouts, they're Riot scouts. So there you go. Anyway, definitely an interesting one from them. Was worth a watch, and I'll see you in the next game.